is probably some of the most fun I've ever had. And if you're afraid of getting shot, too bad.
It looks like it's going to rain a lot today, which will be bad for the guns, because once water gets into the barrels, it'll cause a curvature on all the balls, and you're not going to have very much accuracy. But that's to be expected with a rainy day. Other than that, we're just waiting for the game to start.
Bad weather makes you not excited to play events. Rainy, muddy weather, soppy conditions. Nobody gets really pumped. Well, you get pumped, but you don't look forward to playing in those conditions, because you know conditions can have an effect on your playing style that normally you wouldn't have if the conditions were perfect.
Looks like they're calling all the team captains now. It's been about 5 minutes or so and it hasn't let up at all. There's been a lot of thunder and a lot more of lightning than we thought. They called all the team captains down there, so for the three-man squad, that's Clancy. So we'll figure how it goes from there.
So basically what's happened is, since it's raining out, they decided that we're going to play the games whoever wants to play them, and the other teams are going to wait until it stops. Apparently in Moncton, it's not raining, so apparently that's about a 10-minute delay before they're not raining here, but I'd rather play the game and get all my expensive kit indoors before that happens.
Well, three-man's more of a game of chess, really, than five-man. Five-man, it's position for position, but three-man, if someone goes down, you instantly have to change your tactics because the gameplay is completely changed. I'm almost at a Buddhist state when I'm on the field. The only thing I'm thinking of is where the other players are, and if I'm not thinking that, it's very clear-minded. I'm trying to keep my head down to a minimum because I have a very active imagination, and if that imagination starts running wild, it starts thinking how much these paintballs are going to hurt and how much I don't want to get lit up. So I try to keep that out of my mind, and the only way to do that is just to keep clear mind.
The three-man team for Fredericton Aggression, what they do is they basically, they're a feeder team for the X-Ball. So we've got a rookie three-man and we've got a more amateur three-man, and what they do is they feed up to the X-Ball team. So what we do is you just can't play X-Ball. It's not an easy sport. Anybody will tell you that. So what we do is we try to get some basic skills, try to get everybody up there and get ready to go. I'll tell you, the three-man squad, Clancy squad, played really well today. They may not come away with a trophy or some money, but they impressed everybody up there. So it's pretty nice to see that all that practice and all that drilling does actually pay off. So it'll be good to see them in their next game, to see how they play. They get their composure together.
Oh man. I really gotta stop getting shot by my own teammates. That's not good.
It's very important that the X-Ball team knows what the field's going to look like. So we're actually using the same as the three-man format for the X-Ball team. So what I got to do is I got to draw it down. I got to make sure it's somewhat accurate. so we're able to draw up some plans and plays later on tonight when we all meet up.
The AXBL, basically the father system of this is the CXBL, which is the highest league in Canada, and this is kind of a branch of it. With the AXBL, there's 8 franchises, and each one of the franchise owners had to pay a franchise fee. It's like your playing fees for the whole season. And the way it works, there's 4 events, and we play 1 game against each other franchise. And every time you win, you get 2 points. Same thing, like, and you get 0 for a loss, and then you get 1 point for a tie. Pretty much the same point system that you get for hockey. And then there's we have a plus and minus as well. Your plus minus is based on the margin that you win over the other team. Like if if we win 10-8, then we get +2 for that game. And that's basically the way we were going to break the ties in case, at the end of the season, if there's 2 teams that are like 5-2, whoever's got the better plus minus is the guy who's going to get the first place over the other team. X-ball format, like I said, it came out 4 years ago. There's two 20-minute halves, and in the 20 minutes, you've got a roster of 12 players, and you're sending 5 people out onto the field to play lines. The best way for the player's description is just like lines in hockey. You'll send 1 line out, they play their match, they come back to your pit box, and then your next 5 guys will go out and play. And you're playing as many games as you can in 2 20-minute halves. You usually play anywhere from 14 to about 20 games, just depends on how quick they're going, obviously. A lot of games, very intense, very fast-paced. There's not a lot of turnaround times. Your guys got to be in shape. They got to be back on the field. Things need to be really organized. Because as you can see, there's probably some footage of getting pretty hectic in the pits and us yelling at each other and stuff. It's just what happens.
13's it, Josh! 13's it! Snake, watch in the back! Josh! S1!
Sideline coaching is great in one respect. It's additional information, and paintball is all about information. So if I have more information, provided it's valuable, sideline coaching can really help you. It gives you an extra set of eyes or 2 eyes, and like I said, you can help your front players with the more information you have.
Somebody go pick up the pods, please. Guys, go. No more than 2. Because we sucks now.
Out of the way, guys.
We need to play defensive ball, guys.
John, man,
where's my pulse?
Heavy sweet spot, guys.
It's on that eye on the sleeve.
Who's got pods?
We got a 5-minute penalty for fixing our gun?
No. Yeah.
There's also penalties in each game. There's 5-minute major penalties and 2-minute minors. And what that happens is that if you receive a major penalty, you play 5 full minutes of game time down a player. So you're playing, the other team still got 5 and you've only got 4. So you're down players, just like hockey is the best way to put it. So you get penalties in hockey, we get penalties in paintball, and we're playing down players. There's basically 3 types of players. You have your front players, your mid players, and your back players. Each one of them do specific jobs on the field. Your front players are the guys that are taking really aggressive bunkers off the break, like a snake side or Dorito side. Those are the guys that are running into like our 40 and 50 yard line bunkers. They're trying to get the really severe angles on our opponents to try to shoot the rest of the team. Our mid players are probably the biggest players on the field. Because those are the guys that need to know how to do everything. They need to know how to be back players off the break. They need to know how to be front players in case one of our front players get eliminated, because they need to fill into those spots. And then the back player, which is what I do, is kind of like you're the anchor, and you control everything. You need to know where the other team is, how many eliminations you have, how many of your players are eliminated. Kind of like you're the captain, you're controlling everything, and the other guys are like your pawns, and you're moving them up the field.
I don't have it on me yet. What? No. Is it here with you?
Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're actually kind of in a small spectator area, and even though we are, very safety conscious, we always want to make sure we keep our goggles on. That's probably the safest thing you can do with paintball. If there's one rule you're going to follow in paintball, it's keep your mask on.
In terms of X-ball, This is the youngest format. It's such a young sport in general. I mean, it started in like '83. The X ball is only 3 or 4 years old, 5 years old maybe, and by far the best format ever because it's professional basically. Like it's like other sports. Not that we're trying to emulate, be like other sports. We're still trying to be ourselves. Still trying to be paintball, obviously. But the nice thing is that people come watch it. It's not a 3.5-minute game. It's two 20-minute halves, so it's a 40-minute game. So people can actually sit down and watch one game. Two teams go at each other for 40 minutes. It's like you would hockey, like you would football, like you would other sports.
What time do we have left on our penalty? Come on, the axe! Hey, guys! Ryan, 23! Coming up! Towel, towel, towel! Give me a pod. Who's got pods? 52 seconds, guys! Here. 5 minute major. I need one more in the box. Got in the pit. I need one more in there now.
Wants us to walk up to the top to fix our guns.
It is a CXBL rule. Do you want to challenge it? I'll get the book out right now and you'll challenge. I'll clear this pit. You want to challenge me? Back down. Okay. Back down. Back down now. Sit down.
He expects us to walk up to the top.
Yeah, I know. We had to do that once, and you guys lost 2 guns for 2 games because of it.
It is what I mean. I have to go in the 5-minute penalty box next game.
In the box. Okay. We got 3 points behind. We got 4 minutes. Hopefully we can make it back. I don't know. 11, 13, and 1.
So We went out the first game, a lot of gun trouble. We got down on ourselves. We took penalties like we said we weren't going to. Guns weren't working. Paint was starting to be affected by the weather, and we got down and we lost. And nobody's excited about losing.
A lot of kind of iffy calls. For example, one of our guys there got apparently shot, went back from Hunter's bunker, came out, asked if he was shot, and got shot in that time. I was down in Snake. I got called out for shot on my tank after slamming it in paintballs on the ground. Last time I checked, that wasn't a hit, but oh well. You gotta roll with it.
Bush Snake? We had 2 players pulled with no hits on them. We took 1 5-minute penalty we probably shouldn't have taken. The pits are where we're losing.
This is the aftermath, and it's gonna take weeks to clean the mud out, but it's all good. It's my work shoes. Nice shocks.
The break down there is killing.
That's 107.
Everybody knew the event was happening. You know, nobody was here. Like, we were some of the first ones here, and even the field wasn't set up ready to go. We had a false start right off the bat, and it's only getting worse. So hopefully we get another game this afternoon. We'll come back and get it done.
One of the bystanders called an early start, got kicked off the field.
Yeah, I heard that.
Started calling ref calls.
The guys in the corner heckled me every game. They're like, oh, you're going to slip. Oh, you're not going to make it. Oh, your bunker's going to fall over. Oh, watch your gun don't break. Every game. And
I just started laughing at it.
I was like, yeah, man, I'm out of the worst luck ever. I was like, I hope it doesn't explode. I just started like getting back at them. And they're like, oh, you're going to slip. I'm not going to slip.
Watch out, Kurt. We're going to get back to him.
I think this afternoon we're going to do a lot better. Actually, to tell you the truth, this is our second match, and we've never practiced together with the Fredericton squad. So we've got like a Moncton-based squad and a Fredericton squad. Had we have practiced together, we probably would have gotten the extra 3 points that we needed to win that one. But next time, I think coming into this next one, we're going to have a little break for lunch. We're all going to get together, have a strategy meeting, come back and take it hard to the next team that we play, Mystic Warriors. And I have a good feeling that we'll win.
Yep.
We can get up in bodies right away, get up in points. We're going to keep the rhythm going, mix it up, and everyone's playing well.
All about momentum.
Really?
That's a full size.
That's a Texas, and that's not supposed to be there.
Are these? This guy should go Snake. This guy right here should go Aztec. This guy goes Snake 2. No. This guy should go Snake 1.
I don't even know if I ever see an actual
as
one.
well.
That's a figure 2. These are the same size.
It's not mud slide.
I'll go right here.
And
We'll send Dave over to this Aztec, and then he can either bump quarter or Snake 2. And then
We didn't have a long time to think about between games. So the adversity we faced in the first one, we took what we learned, what the conditions were, and we just dealt with it. We knew we were going to have to play similar conditions later in the day. Every variable that was going to stay the same. The only one that's going to change was our mindset, our mentality. We had to make the change.
Okay, you got 35 seconds. 5 seconds. Oh, no problem.
Let's go, everybody in.
Come on in here, guys.
Aggression on 3. Let's go, boys.
Matt, get in here.
We played
Come on.
hard. We got another game this afternoon. We're gonna bring it this day. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, boys. Game, boys. Game, boys.
I can't believe my 5 minutes.
Come on, guys.
My name is Mike Burke. I'm the director of the X-Ball Atlantic Canada. It started about a year ago. It's a bit of a dream. We put it together all winter. We started going here now. We've got a bit of time ahead of ourselves to get things ironed out. Of course, this is all something new for Atlantic Canada. We've played it in Quebec for the last 2 years, but Atlantic Canadians haven't seen this at all yet.
We'll only be like 10 minutes. I think
In most cases, it's going to take us a bit of time to get Atlantic Canadians up to the X-Ball speed, but in all, it's going good right now. X-Ball, not a whole lot of complaints or major problems. Everything's going spectacular with X-Ball here in Atlantic Canada. Well, X-Ball, all the tournaments we were doing before were not an actual legitimized sport. X-Ball is bringing legitimacy to the sport in Atlantic Canada with franchises and franchise owners, players that are contracted to play for the franchise owners. It's bringing some legitimacy to the sport in Atlantic Canada. Hopefully mainstream with some more major sponsors. We're looking at some sponsors right now to get involved with the sport with us, to bring it to the next level, I guess, in Atlantic Canada. It's already being done in Quebec, Ontario, Western Canada, British Columbia, and all of the United States. So we're bringing things up to speed here. Hopefully we'll be part of the CXBL for all of Canada next year.
Yeah, 1 point. We lost 1 point. That's
Because of the first penalty. Because of Brian's 5-minute penalty. Stupid. But I'll tell you what, when everything runs smooth, that's how you win the games.
And that sucks for you, man, for grabbing that paint too.
And shooting. We were in a rush this morning. We were late to the field. I'll tell you what, we grouped together and we played better.
We played smooth.
I'm almost crying now. That was inspirational.
Oh, that was inspirational.
So I was standing in the pits, right? And the net was open a little bit, and there was a little bit of a gunfight going, and I got one ball right in this area right here, and I almost vomited.
Biggest thing for aggression is to stay consistent right now. I think we're going to get to that point now. Like the first match, the second match weren't as consistent as we'd like to be. Third match against Mystic Warriors from Woodstock, where we destroyed them. Sorry, Mark. Sorry, Mr. Cleghorn. Yeah, that was a good game. I want to see more of that kind of play from them all.
So we went out and quickly the game was not going great for us. Like 1 or 2 games in, it was tied. We took a penalty. We're like, oh no, here we go. But we went to the pit. We had a little pep talk. We said, boys, let's get fired up. Let's not do this again. Let's turn it around. We're better than this, and let's go out. And we went out and stomped. We racked 14 points in the next 35 minutes. And I mean, you can't go from a lower low to a higher high than we did in that day. It was from the morning to the afternoon was night and day.
Let's show the score, but it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It was like 16, 1. It's pretty sweet. They said it's the biggest point spread of the season. Actually wasn't. There was a 22-3 score earlier, but only having a team score 1 point. Pretty big. I think they scored at second point of the game? It was a 1-1 tie, then 15-1 from there, 16-1. That's how you roll down people.
I'm not a good paintball player. The 07 Flash Ego makes you a good paintball player. That's all I've got to say.